All right. Hello, Susan. How are you? Welcome and good to see you. How's your day been? Keeper of Knoll Roll. There you go. No, we can't do it, Moth. We can't do it. There's special treatment. I'll get in trouble. I'll get in trouble. They'll growl me. But I know. Don't worry. I know. Our secret is safe.
Skull and Hati. Panda want one of these.
Oh, right here. My day, Susan, No, I didn't sleep very well last night, actually. But I've started reading again. What does he want? Before bed, which does help. I haven't read a book properly again since I went on tour, and I keep telling myself, like, you know, start reading again before bed because it like helped me sleep really well, and it was good, you know. But I just keep putting it off for no reason, really. Anyway, a couple nights ago, I actually finally started reading a book again that I wanted to read. And it's very good, I must say.
Hey, you're back.
It's called Voyages, and it's covering the artworks of Herb Carne, who was a Hawaiian painter. And he paints these really beautiful paintings, sort of imaginings of, you know, ancient Hawaiians, ancient Polynesians, interactions with the British and these sorts of things. So it's kind of a book full of his paintings and just kind of some words that he shared, I suppose. Not necessarily about the paintings himself, but the paintings are there to just supplement what he has to share. It's very good, though. It's very good. Although, so far, it's the first book I've read that has, like, the biggest, like, typo that I've seen yet in a book. And there's an entire paragraph is copied, like, directly after it. And I've never seen that before. I thought I'd skipped over and was in some weird deja vu. Romy, Eden, welcome in over on TikTok. How you doing? How you doing? How's your day been? Good to see you. Oh, Padre. Don't worry, Moth. You're still one of my elite employees. I'm just not allowed to tell everyone else. Shh. Secrets. What's up, Ryan? How you doing? Romy, my day's been pretty chill today. I honestly haven't been up to much. Played a bit of guitar. Been writing these songs. I've been writing songs lately, new songs. I've just had this sort of inspiration. And I got a package. Who doesn't love a package? We love a delivery.
Good morning, brother. No news, I'm afraid. I have a plan. Do you now?
Just woke up. Ryan's having a nice sleeping. I'm enjoying the game so far. I don't think I enjoyed as much as the first game, but I'm still enjoying it. Still a great game.
Try, but I don't see how that would
They
help.
are the fates of these lands, are they not? I would know what they know,
You may not find them cooperative.
as long as I find them. Where do we search?
Midgard. But if Atreus is in Asgard, there's no getting him back without an army. We should be raising one.
Yes, nothing like a catastrophic war to improve the situation. The boy seems quite capable. Perhaps if you simply give him some time.
You are not free of blame here. You encouraged his foolishness, his confusion. I do not seek war. But if Odin has stolen my son, do not doubt the lengths I will go to.
Your nature has always been clear, Kratos. But you, Freya. War as a first resort. That's not the Freya I knew. I hope the Norns can give you the counsel you need. Perhaps mine is no longer of use here.
Tyr, stop. This is no time to divide ourselves further. Come, sit.
I'm paying attention to the cutscene. Shh. Quiet now.
You have been quiet.
Frankly, I'm surprised you of all people would seek out fate. But your instincts haven't let us down so far. Let's find the Norns.
Daddy, chill.
That's right, Susan. Okay. Not Dage. Dage? It took 8 hours.
Who am I to offer him
The whole process. In terms of the actual needle part was about 6 hours.
and I failed.
What did I get, Susan? So, over the past weekend, I was invited to... I don't know if you remember when I went to the carving studio last year. And I took all those nice photos, and I made that necklace for my girlfriend. They've opened a new studio space and a gallery space, and they invited me to the opening blessing and stuff. And afterwards, did a little bit of shopping. I bought some jewels, as it were. Anyway, and one of them is this very, very cool, very exciting necklace. But it's big. It's a big necklace. They didn't even have a box for it, right? And so when I brought it home, I thought, well, I need to get like a, you know, like in the jewelry stores, they have the busts for a necklace. Anyway, so that's what arrived in the package today was the bust. I'll put a photo in the Discord after if you remind me. Which is great, and it's perfect. It's a perfect fit too, and it looks great. It looks great, which is better than having it sit in the box that it doesn't really fit in. So that was my delivery. Ryan moved to Brisbane. Enjoying it over there. Hello, Beetle.
We are certain the trace could not still be in Midgard.
I was just there.
A Lego bus. No. This is actually a proper.
No.
Yeah, that studio moose. The Moor Bones.
Tell me where
A
we
proper jewelry necklace bust. This is a serious piece of necklace. Made of Ponamu and sterling silver. It's stunning.
Just remember,
It's very heavy metal too.
not to be found.
Well, at least things will be difficult for a change.
If you message me in the Discord, I'll send a picture after the stream. If you started speaking solely like a dinosaur, well, you say that, but what if it's actually just mutant beetle, you know?
Ah, Mr. Freezing Gust.
It's nice here. Oz has been kind to me. The heater's getting to me, though. Yeah. Struggling to fall asleep. Yeah, it's always the thing. Couple things about Australia. The heat and the bugs.
From me, of course.
The bugulars. Yeah, Moose, it's not exactly a stage jewelry, that's for sure. One, for that reason, but I'll poke my eye out, you'll see.
Better they get this from you.
And two, I could not risk breaking it like that. It's definitely like an interview or a photo shoot or a music videos or like an event necklace. It's a true statement piece. You know, I like wearing extra. I like going a little bit extra. I like having that extra stuff.
Their fur
Stuff
is
that
bad.
nobody else has.
When did you
I like
last
that
brush
vibe.
them?
They are wolves.
And matted fur leads to disease. Take care of them and they'll take care of you.
But I'm looking forward to giving it to
Brother, what exactly do you intend to ask the Norns?
How I may find my son. Nothing more.
You don't imagine it's a chance to clear up all this mess?
stop
about
liking metal,
prophecy?
bruh. That's your fault.
Opinion of
Beetle,
your
it's your
life
fault.
demise.
You didn't tell me you had a death prophecy?
When Atreus and I reached Jotunheim, we found a hidden mural. The giants, they herself, had foreseen our entire journey.
Matthew McCloskey.
Meet
Best game you ever played? Am I going for the platinum? No. I never do the trophy things.
You aren't dead.
I'm just a story man. I play the main story, and I delete, and I move on to the next game.
You've never struck me as someone who fears death. That's not the problem, is it?
No. Death can have me when it earns me.
Then maybe
Oh my god! Death can have me when it earns me.
and she made sure you'd see that image at the end of it.
I am reposting. It's just a pre-recorded Beetle, because you know, quite frankly, I can't be bothered. It's the typing part. It's not the It's not the filming it. It's the typing out that text. It just irritates me for no reason. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna pre-record it with the text already out there.
Well, Lake of Nine has certainly seen better days.
Bing bong! Little wondering. Oh, he's leaning heavy into the bribery today.
She speaks highly of that fight as well.
I am El Zipperino. You'll get nothing. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Very generous. Very generous.
I'm the
I love now that it seems like it's more consistent
stubbornly determined to remind
on the computer now at getting the hat to show up on the filter thing. Welcome though. How are you today? How are you? I have no idea what I'm doing. Where am I going? Took you 4 days to notice. It took Rachel 2 days, bro. It took her 2 days. She was locked in and said, "What the hell are you doing, you loser?" And I was like, "Look, quite frankly, I just can't be bothered."
Doesn't take a love goddess to see where you're coming from.
Lapis plug. I can't see who said that. I can literally just see the statement. Is that you, Moth?
The Norns use it to mark their way when they're outside of the well.
JC.
In a well.
No.
It is my first time playing.
They're home.
Wait, what is that?
Hard to explain.
Oh,
It's
chains.
in no fixed place. Entrances come and go.
How do I?
Place holy.
What do you mean? What do I need to do with the?
Where the intangible becomes tangible. Like being in.
What am I supposed to do here? How do I do the sniffy thing? Help!
But if we go in together, are we in each other's minds? Not so
How long am I
sure.
gonna be live, Beetle? 2 hours.
Mimir, have you encountered these Norns?
Not personally. Freya's right. They have ways of discouraging visitation.
It's my new thing, Beetle. I just play the stubborn guy. I like it. Hey Valkyrie, how you doing? Good to see you.
Or he wanted to forget what he saw. Freya, you mind telling us what you experienced when you sought the Norn?
Oh, here we go.
To be honest, the details.
Drawing
are
up a
hazy.
core 5/5 pattern to be cut into a.
Like waking up
Ooh,
from a dream.
nice.
Brother, seems the
When I
walls
was in
of
Hamilton,
I just hope the
I went and saw my
Norns
uncle and
will
auntie, and they kind of.
Say, no, I have not missed Midgard
What's it called?
and Fimbulwinter. Thank you.
They have a lot to do with like trying to, build facilities and stuff to help their community. Anyway, the long-winded way around that is that a lot of their buildings have this beautiful artwork on it, and some of my favorite parts of that artwork are the steel cut core fi-fi that go around like the buildings and stuff. I love that. Bro, leave me alone. Holy heck, I'm doing well, Valkyrie. I'm doing well. Klaus! Dagmar, welcome back. Good to see you. Good to see you. You know what? I'm forgiving her. You know, I'm warming up. I'm warming up. Still don't love her. Nice. Nice. Oh, it's so gnarly. Cries in Country. Is that Rachel? We were making fun of Rachel one day and she went, "That is not how I sound." And then it sounded exactly the way that we were impressionizing her. So I made it the soundbite.
The hilt of a sword.
Brother,
Hamilton Museum interest. Oh, nice. That's where I was.
That is not how I sound.
If it does not help us find the Norns, it can wait.
It is not Rachel. What are you talking about?
I feel a trace of their illusion.
That voice is Rachel.
I can try to dispel it.
That, in fact, would be the joke, Beetle. Congratulations. Congratulations, you made it. I know Rachel isn't here. Rachel is the sound bite.
There's nothing here.
A false trail.
I'm afraid so. We'll have to see what else the wolves can find.
Typical Nornish mystic.
They know we're searching. I warned you.
What are you talking about, Moth? I'm not talking about any of those things. We're talking about the sound. Oh, I'm surrounded by imbeciles.
I suppose they'd say we were fated to find it.
You do have a twang, Beetle. I'm just putting it out there. The scoundrels.
You were asking about my last visit to the north.
What scent? How do I
Plainly,
track
remember
the
that
scent?
nothing could be done to change my son's fate.
Hold that thought. I think it's about to get violent.
Don Beach. Oh, follow their ears? Do their ears move? There we go. Thank you, Dagmar. Stop bullying me, Moose! Bam. There we go. Scoosh! Okay, nice, nice.
Spotted at the other Draugr hole, didn't we? Odd.
Their ears. Alright, Dagmar. Alright. I believe in you. I believe in you. Here we go. I did a support structure for a Marae carving a few years ago. All the bolts had to line up with the ice so they could... Genius, right? Genius. Right.
So the Lords told you nothing could change Baldur's fate.
They did. Which only made me more determined to try.
Brother, what of your story? You faced the fate
I
of
see.
your homeland, yeah? The legends I heard about the ghost of Sparta were surely exaggerated.
Exaggerated.
Oh, not in the brazen bloodshed righteous fury part. The part where it said
I see the
traveled
little
back
heads
to
like go.
itself to win a
Oh,
battle
YOLO,
with
listen.
boss.
It's going to annoy you,
Rumor about
but
knocking the world serpent back
I
into
never sit around to do all the loot. I'm gonna be real. I literally
The threats of
storyline, boom, in and out, call it a day.
the Sisters of Fate.
It's crazy work, I know,
When I challenged
but it
them,
is
they
what it
tried to
is.
undo my existence. So I killed them.
The minute I find out what I'm doing is not part of the main
That's the most
objective, I'm out of there.
dangerous and irresponsible thing I've ever
It depends on the game, to be
These
fair.
Norns have
To
no
be fair, it
soul.
depends on the game. Borderlands, loot goblin. I'm after everything.
If it existed, Odin would have it. And if
This
Odin
game,
had
couldn't
it,
care
we'd
less.
be 5 shades
Couldn't care
more
less.
fucked than we are already.
Enough. We will continue later.
Like if it's like this and it's there,
I feel so
alright,
in this direction.
I guess.
Feel what exactly?
Another illusion. It's coming from this wall. The Norns are hiding something.
Brother, wait. Let's see what Freya found.
Kratos,
What did you find?
the Norns over here. Are you ready?
She could feel the Norns. What's up, Clifford 1124? How are you? You useless, Freya.
Another dead end.
Dagmar, listen. Between you and me, I'm playing on. Oh! Story mode difficulty. That's the trick.
Raider on the left!
Wham! Look at that. No worries, Valkyrie. No worries. It's you know, I finished all the editing for the interviews series that I've been doing. for the rest of the year. So I've got all this time free.
Then we keep looking.
Back to the wolves then.
And I was like, what do I do? And now that the clocks have gone, you know, like, so for America, your times and all that are
Interesting enough in its own right.
back, which means that now my streams start at 2 p.m. New Zealand time. I've been waking up at about 9 a.m., 2 p.m. That's a long time where I've got nothing to do because I don't have a job, bro. So I was like, I might as well stream a little earlier. I would have actually started streaming for like 3 hours probably today, except my mate wanted to play a game at 12, so I was like, I'll play a quick game and then get on stream. But
This will be of use.
You won't believe it, Lumbi. This crest belongs
wait,
to
where am I going? I'm going the wrong way.
Fjortland, you say? Now that's where Sigrun was from.
Wow, I got so much time, Harrison. So much time. Yeah, Susan, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Or, like, what I was thinking about is I'm thinking I might start doing story times throughout the week. Even though not everyone can show up live, I feel like it'll help us, like, move through the book quicker. And why not? I've got all the time in the world until we go on tour next year. Tiny, how are you? Remy, you know what? I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to spoil it. You'll just have to wait and find out. Clifford, Space Marine... No, not yet. Not yet. I've heard good things, though. I've heard good things. Do I do bass lessons? Yeah, kind of, Beetle. I give bass lessons to Henry and Lewis in the band. Their little cousin. We've been doing that most of the year.
Something I've always wanted to ask. What was it Hrimthur whispered to you?
Who?
Take breaks. Take breaks from.
The stonemason who disguised himself and built.
That's what we were joking about. I was like, they're actually trying to just keep it in the family, bro. I'm slowly training up my replacement. Swords in the background? In my background? Behind me here? No, those are all guitars.
We need to work our way up. This way.
Sitting too long. You know what? I probably should take breaks more often, to be fair. I have a little stretch regiment.
Oh, are the Norns making magical ice walls now?
No. I think the water just froze.
The guitars?
More of your friends.
For no reason at all. Thankfully, Beetle, right now, heavy metal is not quite her jam. She's only 10 years old, too. So I've at least got... When did the boys start touring? 15, 16. I've at least got 5 years to keep myself
I don't know
up.
what the Norns did to trick all these raiders into guarding them. Not that they have any idea that's what they're doing.
You know, for some reason... Doesn't really matter on Twitch, but it matters on TikTok. I lean this way, but then I'm like off the camera. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry, because I know you all want to see my lovely face. I have a few videos, Tiny, that go through all my guitars. It's quite a bit tedious to go and especially because I can't just move my camera.
The sooner we find your son, the sooner you'll be able to focus. I just hope it works.
That's right, Beetle. You know, just an everyday affair. Teaching yourself bass. Oh, nice, man. Nice. Bass is like... It's a cool instrument. You know what I mean? Why don't all Kiwis get it? Well, the moko is not for Kiwis. It's for Maori, of course, and not all Maori... not all Kiwis are Maori, I should say. Kiwi just being a colloquial phrase to refer to the nationality of New Zealander. So that's I guess that's an answer.
Opna.
Opna. Hope not.
We found it.
Ah, isn't it always the third place you look?
Every time, game mechanic.
Everyone hearing that creepy whisper.
It is like an itch in the mind.
An itch in the mind.
Into their domain.
Is New Zealand changing its name to its real name? No, not anytime soon. I do not believe.
But assume nothing.
Maybe one day.
What manner of creature they
What I feel is more likely is that there will be some form of official recognition of Aotearoa New Zealand. Like still having New Zealand in the name. It feels unlikely that we'd get rid of the New Zealand part just yet. In steps, baby steps.
Ghost of Sparta.
Who's talking to me?
Bane
Whoa, what is this? Speaking of Warhammer.
of fate.
Wham!
Bringer of war. Weapon of the gods. Turned against his creator.
Sorry, brother. Not today, fool.
A redemption he knows he can
Ow, zero.
cannot change.
Seems he was guarding that way out.
That's the other thing too, because that's the tricky part. Is like you have to then recalibrate the entire world. So I feel like it's more likely if you do it slowly. You know, you've got to keep the New Zealand in there for a bit. Also, that appeases those who don't even want to change it from New Zealand because they're grumpy. The tricky thing, Tiny, this is the only tricky thing about the word Aotearoa, is it's not...
Like a confused memory.
Rather hostile memory.
Me personally, I wouldn't consider it the real name. It's one of the names. Māori had many names. Aotearoa is the broadly accepted one because of Kupe. But Kupe was not the only person to come here, and depending on the stories. And also, some people say Aotearoa was only ever used to refer to the North Island. So it's like it's a tricky one to kind of, where the people that call it New Zealand, it's just New Zealand. You know what I mean? So it's a bit of a tricky situation. Is New Zealand multiple islands? It is the main. There's three main ones, but there's quite a few different islands in the, I believe, in what is considered New Zealand.
Let me guess. I'm a long-winded know-it-all and I cannot change. See? You forgot the smartest man alive.
How do I get this thing? There we go. Scrum Geordie! Ryan, how are you? Welcome in. Yes, I sure do. I sure do. Video games have always been one of my passions, and once I figured out how to actually stream on this thing, I was off. I was away. The first people, Māori, what did they call it? What was it first called? Well, that's the thing. There's multiple versions. Aotearoa was one of them.
Don't credit your reputation, Mimir. They see the whole lives of any.
Some people say that we never really called the landmass anything at all. Some people say Aotearoa was just the North Island, and Te Waiponamu is the South. What is this thing? The South Island. There are other ones that I can't remember off the top of my head because they're not very common, but they exist. What is this thing? That's a very cool effect. So that was always, and that's always an argument you'll see a lot of the time online about the word Aotearoa, is that some people disagree with it even being used because it was you know, something that not everybody used. I'm doing very good, Geordie, doing very good. I'm stoked because I figured out, for a couple of weeks now, but I figured out how to stream on Twitch and TikTok at the very same time. So put the passion back into streaming because it used to irritate me that I would have to separate them all the time. Now I could just get it all done at once. Come here! Hello, Colleen! Do we guys have a hurricane season? Nah, no, not really. Oh, get crunched, bro. Same camera, coin flipper? For the streams, you mean? Same camera. So, because that was an attempt, because I've tried a few different times. Oh, alright, Axrin. Axrin? Oh, Ryan? That's Ryan, right? What's up? Thank you for the follow over on Twitch. Welcome. Welcome to the cool side. I was like, Axrin? I was like, oh no, it's Ryan. Same profile pic. Or basically.
This way.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, the camera. Because originally, last year at some point, I tried to like stream with 2 different camera feeds so that I could stream on TikTok and Twitch at once. Because it seems like a waste of time, you know what I mean? To like, and I know why they do it, you know, corporations being corporations and wanting sole use of their platform, but it's just dumb. It's just dumb. Like, it makes so much more sense to be able to stream across the whole shebang at the same time, you know what I mean? And so I tried the like separate camera thing, but then you're like, you're streaming twice, and that takes a lot of computer power. And
breaking tension with humor is the sacred duty of a traveling companion.
It worked, but like if you had a game that was very intensive on the computer already, then the double stream was not great. But this current system that I'm doing now is working very well. Very, very well. Bing bong! Kelly, good to see you again. Welcome back. Marvelous, marvelous.
Oh, that looks official.
Who did tell me to start Twitch? Some country bumpkin, bro. I can't quite remember her name. Whoa.
My boy.
Kick. Streamed off Kick. No, I'm not sure what that is.
Why did you bring him here? You are not welcome here. Wait! Baldur, come back! Talk to me!
Good thing about Twitch is a smaller too. I would agree, Susan. I take up a lot of real estate over on TikTok. Similar to Twitch. Yeah, no, I haven't heard of that one. Oh, is that the one that was with the gambling? I'm from a major city, actually. Oh my god! How are you doing today, Kelly? Hey Hest, welcome back, welcome back. Good to see you. How are you? Oh, he's a tree again.
Imagine them thinking I had any desire to be back on this itchy carcass. Mimir! Secret? Brother, hold off!
Why did you never turn on Odin?
But I did! I tried to stop him any way I could!
You served Odin from the day you met to the day he put you in that tree! You sought favor, you wanted his wars, you watched him mistreat everyone and everything, and you never gave a shit until you turned on you!
I know, Secret. It's true.
I love that bonk.
But for the love of you, I became a better man.
I think we're tripping, Moth. I think we're tripping.
Were you an ally to Freya in his suffering?
Who, me?
No.
Or you? Do we have a close birthday?
Brother, what
I don't want to hear it, Beetle. I know your birthday.
Birthday twins, blah, 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 blah. And you can't help but hate him and call him brother. It's who you are.
Jeez.
Who you are. And it's who
Oh my gosh. Rip the wings off.
It is not her.
No.
Talking about me. Now here's the thing. I'm talking about you right now, Ebony. I've been trying to get in contact with you for weeks now.
Come here.
Been getting ghosted, bro. Because I needed confirmation that you got the dessert. I put the recipe in the chat a couple weeks ago, and everybody else was like, I'm taking this, and I was like, listen here, you thieves. I've put this in the chat for Ebony, not for you. But I don't know if you actually saw it or not.
That's all I have to do. And now he's mine.
Convincing your brother to get Ragnarok. You have to, Kelly. You have to. Tell him he needs to sort it out.
I am here.
I'm not safe with him.
You're a birthday thief is what you are, Beetle. That's right, Hist. I'm always here. I'm always waiting. I wait for you to think about me, and then I just
didn't feel much like success.
arrive.
I see the door has disappeared.
Or it was never there.
Senior Moth, I thought you got it. I thought you were one of the people that I'm referring to that stole it. Stole it. Well, it wasn't Gen Chat. If Ebony is yet to acquire said recipe, who was the whole reason that I even sent it. Oh, Kelpie!
Seen many of those in these parts.
I will have to send it again.
Will she take us to them?
I'll ask her. Nicely. Easy, girl. Easy.
I always thought Kelpie were creepy.
Good.
Care to talk about whatever the norms put you through?
No.
Get on.
That's a good lass. Lovely creatures, but temperamental.
How often do I check my PO box, Susan? Actually, not often at the moment, because, you know, I haven't really been getting much, which is fine. Because it's not really there for me to get stuff. It's there for me so that I can send when I do my... you need a business address so that I can... for my website. Which is the whole reason I made the PO box, so that it's not my personal address, you know, for security reasons. So I don't really check it that often, to be fair. I did tag her, Colleen. I literally posted it, and I tagged Ebony right on the picture. Okay? So don't at me, bro.
We're here.
Fate's own hideaway. Never.
Look at this thing. Ugh, it's like things are dangling. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, see? See? I knew it. I knew it. I've been duped, swindled, and bamboozled. You tried to gaslight me, Colleen. I'll never forgive you for this. You're dead to me. You gotta get on it, Kelly. You gotta finish it up. You gotta wrap it up.
They have finally reached.
Rory, how are you, brother? Good to see you. What is this, bro? I'm in the bolognese. Salad, draws. How are you? Good to see you. Hest, over on Twitch. Welcome, welcome to the good side.
What all who search for us see.
Look at me, bro. I'm in the pasta pot.
Know the ending to your story.
No, I do check it, Susan. I just don't check it frequently. Like, I don't, like, once a week. I might check it maybe like once a month or something.
He resists the urge to grunt. Oh, he fails.
You come to us.
She's scary, bro.
Hideous archetypes, seeking freedom from your scripts.
Does have a very Baba Yaga vibe about her.
The power to rewrite them.
Luckily, no. What's up?
You will die, Kratos of Sparta.
Have you sent me something, Susan? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Do I need to go check my box? Pause.
There must be a way to subvert destiny.
There is no destiny, Puck.
The protagonists are speechless.
Dude, these things are freaky.
There is no grand
Like witches.
design, no script. Only the choices you make. That your choices are so predictable merely make us seem prescient.
When my son was born, shut up!
Oh, that's creepy. I'm not really doing anything for my birthday, Ebony. I kind of saw my mates on the long weekend a couple weeks ago. And all my mates live kind of far away, so I'll pretty much just chill, I think.
Let him go, because he thirsted for revenge. And because you kill gods.
But what Kratos did, it was not.
Why would I? Why would I tell you anything,
Should I bring
Beetle?
him a crown then?
Hey?
He still slays gods, but now he's sad about it? You are the sum of your choices, nothing more. And because your choices never change, you will learn that Heimdall intends to kill your son in Asgard.
They're in the
You
wash,
do
Moth.
what you do best. And then Ragnarok.
The sky.
They look like they're wearing masks, but they're not. It's something very uncanny about their faces.
Exunt omnes. Again, he misses the point.
Focusing on the second act to the exclusion of the final.
The three witch thing, like the three hag thing, is quite. You see that a lot. That one's freaky, bro. That one needs the axe. She literally just admitted to hexing me one time, bro, and she thinks I should tell her about my birthday? I don't think so. I'll try to eat my cake and it'll be worms.
Pity it has to end so soon.
Well,
Dude, this is cool, though.
educational.
Look at the pasta. The Fates, yeah. Is that what they're called? Rookie
Let us
stood.
leave this place.
Happily.
Witches, hags are scary threats because of the threat of women having power and not being just interesting, Moose. It's always threes too. Something about wisdom givers and myths always comes in threes. UG. Fascinating, fascinating.
Things getting more normal already.
Wait. That tree.
Well, isn't that interesting?
What is this?
That's the noose, brother.
Brinderella.
As
Lips
part of his
quite painful.
endless mad quest for secrets
Probably
of life
like
and
just
death.
pain for pain. The most
What are you
painful.
doing?
It's a charged object,
Um,
significant to Odin.
but quick.
Perhaps I'll find a use for it.
So like in terms of the whole experience, I don't consider them the most painful. But if I literally just like lock into
What they
literally
said about
just
the boy?
Will not happen.
the moment it touches, very painful.
Will not happen. We will not let it.
Of course we bloody won't. The question is how.
But like a level 10 pain for 1 second, this is the maths. A level 10 pain for 1 second
But I must.
versus level 8 pain, but for half an hour, the level 8 pain is worse. Do you know what I mean?
I grant you that he's a spiteful,
And that's what my
vicious
jaw was
shit.
like, which is what I still consider the most painful part I had done.
If we have the chance to eliminate him before Ragnarok, we shouldn't hesitate.
Considering his powers of foresight alone, that is an if of mountainous size.
One of them speaks in real life. One of them speaks like a narrator. Oh, interesting. That's creepy. No worries, Valkyrie. Lurk as much as you like. I know. I know you're there. I can feel the presence. Behind the knees? Oh, God. I couldn't imagine. Any of the body pits. You know, knee pit, elbow pits, armpits, any of that.
Even supposing we're all perfectly comfortable plotting an assassination, and I, for one, am a mite rusty at that measure, we've got no way to reach Heimdall, and no way to kill him.
Yeah,
if we did.
definitely Lips Ebony are
Greater than him.
I don't doubt that, brother.
right up
But
there.
it's hardly my point.
I would imagine if I ever got the blacked out lips, that would become the most painful, because there's no way.
Kratos, I see something.
Inner wrist is not fun. I agree. Back of hands was foul. I did not like back of hands at all.
Look, I think we're missing the Norn's message here. We've all got our tendencies, and yours is to run headlong into danger to protect
the pain of a tattoo just proportional to how innervated? You mean like how many nerves in the body? This is how I see it, Moose. That's definitely a factor, right? That's definitely a factor. But I would also put into play here time. This is all of the thing. So yes, the actual raw pain, right, which is that, and I would assume that's why people always say palms are that. Not that I've got the palms done, but my friend had his palm done, and he said it's just the most disgusting pain you could ever imagine, right? So that's definitely a part of it. Next is the length of time that you have to spend in one area. Number two, and then the next one is it's the mental association. I call it the squeamishness of the area, for example. See, so let's take the arm, for example. You know, not really. It's just a lump of skin, you know what I mean? So you can kind of sit through it fine and dandy. Now the back of my hands for me were this, like, the idea of getting the back of my hands was terrible. Like, just like if I think about anything else, if I think about, I don't want someone to cut the back of my hands, I don't want someone to put a needle in the back of my hands, you know, it's like, it's one of the areas that makes me like protective. So getting then tattooed there plus everything else was not fun, right? Now throat was heaps of mental, you know, it's your throat. It's one of the ones that you think, oh my god, that must be gnarly. But then the actual pain side of it was way at the bottom of the scale. So what I ended up fighting more was the idea of where I was getting tattooed. Now, not that I have had this one done yet, but I will if I get my puhoro done, is the sides. I'm very sensitive to, you know, when someone does this, like on your side, the idea of that then being tattooed, even if it doesn't hurt, it just feels like a nightmare to me. But like the face, I wasn't squeamish about anywhere on the face. So then it was just more about the actual pain output, which was painful. But the idea, I could still relax into getting my face done. Yeah, so there's another one. I got a bit of my ribs done. The idea of my ribs didn't really bother me, but it was definitely pretty painful. So I just know that like that side, the squishy side part is going to be hell on earth. But you know, everyone always also says the bit, right, for puhoro, because up under your bum cheek, everybody I've talked to that has puhoro says up under that bum cheek is terrible. But like in my head, that's not an area I care about. So I'm curious to see how
Let us find a gateway. Return home. Consider our plans.
Oh, you can do little skitties?
Before you make any hasty decisions, why don't you blow off a little steam? I'm sure there was some loose end we meant to circle back to. Give your mind a little time.
What's up, Slat?
I suspect
That's a
there's something
crazy
busy
name,
here
bro.
in the lake, though I'm certainly happy to spend time somewhere other than Midgard.
It's your choice, brother.
You know, Ebony, it's something I am really trying to figure out, because I'm like, in my head I want to do it all in one. You know, just do the whole 5 days and just get it over and done with. But you know, the idea of sitting on a toilet with a freshly healing your entire bum and legs, and that just does not sound fun to me, man.
My intent will be to kill him. Knowing that will be no advantage.
Look at what, Moth? Look at what? Nothing to see.
Any move you make will coming. If you must face him, we need something else. An edge. Humor me?
Very well. We will ask the dwarves.
Ah, the inevitable asking of the dwarves.
Oh, imagine that, everybody. Kiara, how are you? Welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you. I always tell myself that nothing can be more painful than giving birth. See, that's also the other thing. Of course, pain is all then there's the relative element of pain. So, like, have you experienced things in your life that you consider more painful physically? If yes, then tattoos are, you know, like me, I spent a lot of time getting surgery when I was younger because I was unwell, spent a lot of time in hospital. So tattoos, like, in general, I'm like, the pain thing for me, this is the funny thing, right? I don't like needles, right? I don't like getting my blood drawn, all this sort of thing. Makes me very squeamish. The surgery part, not so much. And I don't know what this is. And the pain part, you know, because they don't hurt. I'm like, needles have never hurt. It's the idea. I don't like that idea of, they're like, I feel like when they start pulling the blood, I can feel it going through my veins, bro. And that is like a disgusting, like, same thing when they push the saline into you or whatever, and you can feel the cold liquid. That's gross, bro. That's gross. It's never about pain, it's about the idea. So I feel like the idea is what's a harder thing to get over, you know what I mean? Literally 2 hairs. Everyone's like, oh my god, a lot of people who are afraid of needles say they can't get tattoos. I'm like, I'm covered in tattoos, right?
Do we have a plan?
I still hate getting my blood drawn.
The plan.
If I had the money, I'd be going to get more muckle tomorrow. But I would rather not even. If you paid me to get my blood drawn, bro, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Whatever his advantages.
Oh, Moose! That's. I don't know what it is, bro. It's that idea. Shiverinos, mate. Shiverinos up me spine.
Even if we did,
be right back. I need to open my window. It's getting warm in here. You're making me sweat, Moose.
And then when it'll go. Damn you, that's brilliant. Very well. I suppose there's nothing to do but go fetch Dropnir.
You know, I blame my mum too, because when I was younger, she didn't like. I'm gonna out my mum here for a second. She didn't want me and my brother to be vaccinated. So when we're in primary school and all your friends are getting all the vaccinations, I wasn't. But of course, I didn't know why, and so I just assumed it was because needles were bad. So I think that didn't help me. That helped me build this fear of the needle thing. But then again. See, I said that, and the first time I went to get vaccinated, like once I became old enough to vaccinate myself, I just did it, right? And I was like nervous about it, and then I was like, for some reason, going in, it's not the same. It's literally not the same. So then it's like, it actually has nothing to do with the needle. It's about the idea of removing blood. Oh, Moose, that is just an foul description. I hate that. I hate that. Also, when I did spend a lot of time in the hospital, I guess I have thick skin or something. I can't quite remember what the problem was, but so I already didn't like getting the blood taken, and then the nurses would always mess it up because they had a hard time getting through my skin. So it would be like, I was like a freaking pincushion. I hated that.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you, little one.
That's right, Colin. It's the blood. You know, it's not the needle. But initially, I didn't realize there was a difference, is what kind of my point there. So it was like, when I started getting vaccinations, I was like, oh my god, it's just needles. And I was like, oh wait, it's not the needle. And then same with the tattoo things, when I got my first one, I was like, and I was like, oh, no, it's not bad at all. And because like the pain thing, it's whatever, you know. I have an all right. I won't say it's great, but I have an all right pain tolerance. For me, the pain thing, it's all about circumstance. You know, I'm also like, I could sit there for 8 hours straight getting tattooed, no problem. No breaks, no food, no toilet, no nothing. I cut my finger, and I know I cut my finger. I'm gonna protect that little cut like it's nobody's business. You know what I mean? Like I become a little bitch about a cut on my finger. You know what I mean? It's like this is like the context for some reason makes a difference for me. I don't know what it is. I think in the healing, I think my pain tolerance during a healing process is mega low. Does that make sense? You actually in the process, I don't really care. But after the fact, you know, the cut itself doesn't hurt. If I touch the cut while it's healing, I'm gonna die. I don't know what that is, man. Someone's got to understand that, though. Jaden, sorry, I started yapping. What acts are considered tapu when it comes to wearing matoora? If you know what I mean. I do know what you mean, and the answer to that is actually nothing. It's kind of, I suppose it's one of the myths. Surrounding moko kanohi is that you have to like sort of change these things, you know, like stop drinking or any of these things, but they're all false myths. Basically, and if you watch my interviews with moko artists, a lot of them say the same thing. The thing that becomes tapu is not being an asshole. You know, when you carry moko kanohi, you need to carry a certain weight of respect and presence in the way you treat people and others around you.
What the? No, you pimping shrimps.
Ed, not really. I've never had any issues.
Well, think the fuck again.
What the heck is a phlebotomy? I've had an epidural. The worst needle I've ever had. I mean, obviously, I've never had an epidural. But I had this surgery once when they were implanting a recording device into my chest so that they could constantly record my heart, you know, monitor my heart things or whatever. And obviously they had to do that anesthetic thing, and then they cut this cut, and then they had to put this anesthetic, because this was the thing, right? Top of my chest, cut, and then the inner wall they then had to cut like that. So they kind of slotted it in like, and it was about like a USB or something. It wasn't very big. That second needle, I'll never forget that second needle, because obviously I was awake and they just have the like this thing, the sheet thing, and the bro like pull. I was like, thanks for that. Bro pulls the needle up like into view, and I was like, oh no, look at that thing. It was like this friggin' thing. And the idea of him, like, he had to like push it through. He'd already made a cut, and then he was pushing it into the wall of my chest. Very fun. A phlebotomy. Oh, I see. It was memorable, to say the least. Especially because the
So, a tunnel for liquor and explosives. Little on the
the
nose,
first anesthetic
Ridiculing a culture you helped under. Classic Aesir.
hadn't quite kicked in yet.
Might have earned that one.
So I remember that nice little pinch sensation.
Well, that's why it's an abandoned service tunnel.
I was awake. Abdominal wall? Is it called an abdominal wall up there? More like my pectorals, isn't it?
That looks flammable.
Come on. No, yeah, it was
Oil spill.
It was interesting. And actually, fun fact, this was whoever said before about you know, normally the dudes or whatever are more squeamish. I remember I just told him, I said, oh, I don't think the anesthetic has kicked in yet, because I could hurt that second one. But I said it relatively calmly, I suppose. And he actually said, he's like, wow, you take that like a, he said, you took that like most women take it. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I've had like big, muscly dudes, big burly men come in here and they scream at these needles. He said, normally it's the women that don't blink an eye when these things happen. Because they used to, the pain tolerance of women is just higher in general. On average, I guess.
Kratos, please listen. You have to let him take God's place. He can't talk to the ladies. He mustn't.
No. Do not ask.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, Moose, I've heard the same from any of the moko artists that I talk to, is that always their patients that struggle the most are the really, really big dudes. Patients? Clients. Talking about medicals, but I'm talking about tattoos in this context. Ah, Dub 15. How do I decide that you're ready for new ink? Honestly, if the bank account says so and the schedule says so. And maybe there's something that you've done in your life to commemorate. Maybe it's a birthday, maybe, you know, maybe you've made a milestone in your you know, a personal milestone in somewhere in your life. Maybe you've got a promotion, or you've I don't know, progressed in multi-language or something, you know, anything like that that you might want to get commemorated. Maybe you just want to show your parents some love. Anything like that really is something that will add to me, maybe, you know, reaching out to get something started. Any sort of step in life, yeah. It's kind of really only determined by yourself, yeah, you versus other people, for sure. Well, Susan, maybe not the physicality of birth, but the essence. You know, it's life, bro. And that's kind of cool.
These gates seem to be connected. See if you can break that far fixture.
Jaya, thank you very much. Oh, I see.
It's open.
That's a crazy line, Moose. Being a bunghole is wild. Also, I've always thought, ain't that shit's just crazy, bro? Like creating life. What did I see? I saw some movie, something in the other day in the movie, and it had like one of those little moments where it was showing like a baby being born or whatever, and I was like, yo, that's crazy. Not being born, I mean like the fetus and the growing or whatever. Like it's not an X-ray. I can't think of what you call that.
We've seen these drops before, haven't we, brother?
We're doing the water freeze thing. The Rangiriri Trenches next year? No. What's going on? What's happening? Headed to the Corker! How are you? Heart, knees, and bracelets. Welcome, welcome. Never look here. Where am I looking? Telltale Games. You know, I think I've only played Walking Dead, the very first one. And the Batman one. Right here, I see.
That worked. Shall we?
This opinion of yours, was that the reason you proposed this alliance? You expect me to lead
Dub 15, is Maui from Moana based on your lifestyle? No, Maui from Moana is based on Maui, the demigod prevalent across all Polynesian cultures, not just Maori, not just Hawaiian, not just Samoan. The version in that movie is an amalgamation of all versions of Maui. He is consistent across all the cultures, pretty much, you know, and the minor variations. But like I think in a lot of the cultures, he fishes up the islands. That's the famous story.
Possessed by nightmares. They'll be even more dangerous until we stun them.
Above you, Kratos!
Adriana, how are you? The Borderlands one is great. Yes, I wanted to play that one, and I can't remember why I didn't in the end. But because I love Borderlands, so that one was like one that I had on my list. But I can't remember exactly why I never did. But I just didn't. Maybe I just knew in my heart that I couldn't watch my boy Scooter. I just couldn't watch it. Couldn't bear it.
She was one of the Yonar.
Yes. I didn't mean she was tall as a house. I know not all giants are giants.
Not that there's anything wrong with the disparity in size, or number of limbs, say.
Nothing in the world.
What's happening? Where's the enemy? It says there's one. Ah. How the heck did you get way over here? Ryan, how are you? Oh, there you go. Wormy worm. I always wonder that about the goop. You know, maybe I'm like, is there just this like innate instinctual thing that like triggers in your brain? I always wonder about this, you know what I mean? This kind of the power of the mind when you go through something like that. I know, I hate that bit. I get it all the time, bro. Oh, just a few white beetles. Nice, nice. My day's been pretty chill, you know. When we're off tour, I don't really have much to do. Which is why I spend all day playing games. It's a very fortunate lifestyle. Can't complain. What I really should do, though, you know, and this is kind of, I've been very lazy this year. You know, this year's kind of, I don't know why exactly.
Why is it you ask?
But
I was just thinking of how Odin antagonized the giants.
you know, sort of like, I haven't really been going to the gym. I haven't been like going out and, I don't know, swimming or going for a surf and stuff like that. I've just been very like
Do not presume to know
chilling. Which is not bad, I suppose. But like, I feel like I was like, man, I need to get back out there and do stuff that I like to do, man.
Maybe if you talked about your doubts, they wouldn't explode when you
I'm enjoying it. Hit it to the corker. It's great. I mean, it's, if you've ever played the first one, it's pretty much the same thing, you know?
Why would she need to ask? She saw your fate. 3 of Odin's kin dead because
This
of
is
the
mere
patch.
conjecture and probably quite enough of
Oh,
it.
I did tour Kelly, but you know, tour's only, what, 6 months? 6 months, 6 weeks. I wish it was 6 months. If it was 6 months.
Left side, Kratos!
Alright, hit it to the corker. Good to see you. If it was 6 months, Kelly, then it would be 6 months worth of pay, which is very nice. So I would welcome, I would like to have a year where I tour for at least 5 or 6 months. Because this is kind of how it works currently, right? In our current band situation. A little insight into the financial side of it. Currently for me, in my living situation, let's say a month of tour can pay for a month out of tour. Does that make sense? That's kind of the amount of money you get, because on tour, I don't have to pay rent when I'm on tour, which is another thing, which is a big bonus. So everything I make on tour, obviously I don't have to pay rent on tour. We get paid per diems, which is like a daily cash, you know, for like our food, which is unrelated to like my salary. So on tour, if I'm clever with my per diems, I have zero costs, right? Like it's all paid for. So then that amount of time I have no need for any money. So then when I come out of it, everything that I earned from that month basically pays for that same amount of time after the fact. You know, does that make sense? So ideally we tour for 6 months of the year, so then the other 6 months are completely paid for. Do you know what I mean? We're currently you know, we toured for 6 weeks, so I got money enough for 6 weeks, and then I am fortunate that I can do this to make some cash on the side too. You know what I mean? No, it doesn't, Ebony, but this also taking into account I have a very fortunate living situation where, like I said, I don't have to pay rent when I'm away. If you compare it to the boys, for example, they have houses. One of them has a mortgage, one of them pays rent. So they have to also pay that when they're on tour. So I feel like I'm in an extra fortunate situation, whereas like for a more average situation, it's tricky because you also don't earn money. This is the other thing. The money you earn on tour doesn't come until maybe, I'm gonna say maybe like a month after you finish. So if you pay rent and you have to pay rent when you go away, you need to make sure that you have that money before you go, because when you're away, you don't earn that money on tour, right? So you have to be able to pay all your rent, if you pay rent, before you get on that plane so that you can pay for it while you're away, right? Which all of a sudden is much harder if you just work a normal job, which is, you know, the boys just work normal day jobs, cafe and truck driving or whatever. And so it can be a tricky to balance in a more normal everyday person situation. Like I said, I'm very fortunate.
Well, so much for following
Concert Tamaki Makoto, we normally play Power Station, so hopefully, you know, sometime next year it'd be great to start playing some more local shows. It's been a long time. The last one we played here was Matariki last year, I believe. But next year's tour, the first one is North America. We go in January to February. Yeah, so actually it's tour and then a month you need to be able to cover while you're away. We do usually tour overseas, yes. We have more of an audience overseas. Do merch sales help at all while you're on the road, or does it just end up being something you have to tighten your belts for before? Well, the merch sales help keep the tour running. But again, the profit, for example, like let's say like your weekly overhead for a tour, which might include, you know, maybe a hotel room or a, you know, your bus costs, I believe. Now, don't quote me on this because that side of the band is not my side of the band, so I might be wrong here. But as far as I'm aware, that sort of weekly overhead is covered by merch. So like, unless you have a, you know, you can have a little bit to get you into the tour, I think. But then like while you're on the road, the merch sales are what keep you ticking over week to week. And then any profits made are then is what you pay out at the end for your salaries or whatever. But merch is a big part of that income, I believe. Ryan, thank you for the cup eyes. Plural. Will we visit the Navajo Nation on the NA tour? You know what, Kelly? I don't actually know this time because it's not... when we did the Navajo last time... It was because we were headlining. With this tour, I don't think we're doing any headlines. We're all doing support only for Kerry King. So...
We gotta figure a way up there and clear them all.
Yo, is Moose about to make us a moose sandwich, bro? A little packed lunch action? If it's close to Auckland, Ryan, I mean, chances are we play Auckland. If there's 3 cities we definitely will continue to play in New Zealand, it's Auckland, Wellington, Christchurch. So if you live in Auckland, never fear, we will be coming to you sometime soon. We just got to get some new music out. That's kind of our focus right now.
No grappling up that way. Why don't you look around, see if there's a way to lift this lift?
Ooh, that would be cool, Kelly. I've always wanted to go to one of the powwows. Dom0706, done with a normal gun. Most muko these days is done with a modern machine. There are a few people who still use the older tools. They're not as common though. Moose about to be our savior. When we played Salt Lake City last time, my family lived in Salt Lake City, and they bought like literally the biggest box of snacks I've ever seen in my life, bro. They must have just raided those Walmart shelves. Hey, TE, shout out to the Hawke's Bay, appreciate you. Yeah, like Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah. That side of my family are Mormon Beatles, so they were there. My auntie moved over there when she was younger to pursue the faith.
Now.
Dom, the meeting? The general, like the too long don't read version is that they are a representation of our connection to our families and ancestors.
Ah, promising.
What does he want me to do?
Turn it.
Copy that.
Church of the Latter-day Saints. You know what? I don't know, Ebony, because I haven't been back to the US, and Europe is not providing mac and cheese and meat sticks. Vagrants, they are.
Hey, I got the crank covered. You do the other stuff.
What do you want me to do, bruh? Oh, I see. No, it was delicious is what it was, Ebony. What is going on? No, I want you to do that one, bruh. Hey.
Turn it again.
Aye, aye.
What's happening? Oh, okay. Okay.
Again.
That's the one. The ingredients are completely different, Moose. You guys do all that corn stuff. And the colors. They actually look pretty different too. because our Sour Patch Kids are more like British ones.
Whoa! I think they seen us.
Yeah, the American like ingredient list is like a freaking list of poison.
Finally! Now we can ride on up to the
Fruit
fort.
snacky. That's probably a good way to put it.
The lady's waiting. Hey, got another riddle for you. What gets bigger the more you take away from it?
Pause.
Well, let's see. Something abstract, I expect. Appetite? No, that doesn't work.
Stump the stump.
Oh, isn't that clever? Bampot.
Actually, there's like a whole... You can look up all the comparisons between like American versions of the same food elsewhere and like the difference in the ingredients. It's wild. I remember it's like you see sometimes people talk about how they go on holiday and they eat the same kind of foods that they would eat at home wherever they come from. Sorry, like, so they're American. That's a key. They're from America. They go on holiday somewhere. They kind of eat the same amount of foods and they lose weight. You know what I mean?
Grab some what? The wind?
No, you idiot. The
Literally just because the ingredients are different. I'm like, that's wild, bro.
Watch and learn. See? Dwarven magic's all about the intangibles. The relationship.
For example, here's a good example.
Touch and what you can.
I went on an American tour.
Understand.
I was eating way... At that time, I was like heavy in the gym. I was eating way less than I was here in New Zealand because I was on tour and, you know, the access to food and, you know, like I'm not eating 7 meals a day on tour. And I barely lost any weight, right? And I was just like, I went to Europe and I did the same thing as I did in America and I lost 15 kilos. That's crazy. And the eating habits between those two tours were pretty much the same.
Magical creature in this whole realm. Why, I've been waiting for my chance.
Our nutritional facts, or like the British ones be? Yeah, that's right. We do the killer calorie thing. Which I personally don't like. One thing I do like about American, you know, nutritional info is that it's just straight up calories. Like, that's nice and easy.
Everin, are you nervous?
What? Shut up. No, fuck you.
It does not work.
Huh? What is it this time? Out of the way. Let me look. Oh, fuck no. Do I gotta fix everything?
Well, I guess in theory it's the same thing, Beetle, because you can convert, like there's a conversion rate for the kilojoule, kilocalorie thing, whatever it is. I always forget. That's annoying. I never pay attention to it. I like the simplicity of just reading it and it says 100 calories. I'm like, sweet. I know how to math that.
This lady, what does she do?
Well,
It's the one time that I feel like the baseline system in America for measurement is the better measurement, and that is the calorie.
once she does, there's something to behold.
Well, calories are a
Well, that particular
this might be a pedantic thing, but aren't they? It is energy, right? I mean, your calories fuel your body, and you eat less than you use and you lose weight. But it's just the conversion for it. It's like a kilojoule. Kilojoules. Yeah, but there's also a different conversion, Beetle, so it is the same thing, but also the rate is different. I don't know why they do it, though. It's dumb. No one ever says, this Coke is 350 kilojoules. I don't like it. A calorie to me is just a much better form of measurement, and I understand it. What does he want? Do I just have to wait for him to bang away at this thing? That's crazy. What's this? A pickaxe? Get it? Oh my god, bro. I'm so funny. Do you know what I think's a scam? I feel like hotels need microwaves.
He's the only one who ever got my highbrow sense of humor. Damn fine woman she
Damn,
was.
what sort of... You going to them fancy hotels, Moth.
Now I need a chunk of that bronze material over by all that busted up wood. Back in those days, I'd get so caught up in trying to be the best that I'd work till I plumb dropped. Time goes by and there's less to prove.
Damn, maybe New Zealand's slacking, bro. Maybe we need to catch up.
Like for when you finally get to show the lady who you are.
Maybe it's an us thing. Damn, maybe that's one of the other things Americans have you know, there's a few things. Look, there's a few things. You know,
I give up nothing.
might be backwards in some places, like your choices of leaders. Wonder how that's going, by the way. But then you've got air conditioning. You know, I don't mind being racially profiled if the room is cool. Do you know what I mean? Not that I'd probably get racially profiled in America, but you get my point. We got AC. I love AC. You've got multi-lane highways for a lot of it. I love that because I hate trucks. I fucking hate trucks. So you guys got those. Love those. And now, microwaves in hotels. That's going on my list. That's going on my list. Love that. Love that. That's huge. That's huge. You know what I mean? It depends, Greenwich. Like, we're definitely behind in some departments and ahead in others. Like every country, I would say, has probably got, you know, they got the whoa mermaid cat thing. Nah, yeah, I know, Greenwich. That doesn't really happen anywhere other than here. It was more just a joke. Jacques, we are yet to tour another Pacific nation. I hope we do one day, though. It's one of our dreams. Look at this. Look at this. Americans are spoiled. You get a hotel with no I get it. I get it. Also because your country's hot. You know what I mean? A lot of places over there are hot. I see you, Moose. I see you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. We're on the same train. Pause. I totally get it, Ebony. I totally get it. It is, AC, I think, is just one of the things that's why I hate Europe. One of the reasons I hate Europe. They are afraid of that thing over there. They are afraid of it. No, Beetle, this is what you think you look like. I'm just throwing that out there. if you jump too high, you stuck. Something tells me you can't swim, Beetle. Don't ask me why. It's just a vibe I get. My cousin's the same. First time I met my cousin, I was like, you can't swim, can you? Bro really just called me a nut. That's crazy. Can I use this? Is this actually like my weapon?
Almost forgot. Ma'am, it would be an honor if you might bless you for us. Are you, hello?
I don't want to out some like that, Moose.
What was that? She acts like I weren't even here.
Mermaids don't speak to our corporeal bodies. They speak to a part of our
You know, Beetle, it's about originality. You know what I mean? I think European countries won't get AC is because they that's right. No, it is literally I've literally had this conversation at venues before. 40 degrees Celsius outside summer, right? Germany, boom. Venue that we're playing in, concrete block. Okay, that was so hot in there. I'll refrain from making the joke I want to make, but you get the point, right? And we were like, this is actually dangerous though. Like, it was a concern. I was like, why does a venue like this, big venue, big arena, not have AC? We don't need the AC, you know. It's only hot for like 1 day a year. It was 40 degrees for the entire month, bro. The entire month. I think there's a stubbornness too. Like, it's the climate crisis thing. Like, New Zealanders are having this crisis right now. Everyone's like, oh my god, I can't wait for summer. I can't wait for summer. And it's like, and then it rains all summer. Oh my god, this was the worst summer ever. I'm like, yeah, but this is what's happening, right? Like, this is what's happening to the world. Do you know what I mean? People are just gonna have to suck it up and move with the change. And that means, Europeans, you're gonna need to get AC. Okay? Sorry to say it. If I ever become president of the world, okay? Because that's happening at some point. We're gonna get to this crisis where there's gonna be one giant dictator that runs the whole world. And it's gonna be me. And the first thing I'm doing is putting AC everywhere.
Now you know I can't let you
Me as president of the world. It's happening. Oh, dude, look at this.
Gal home without giving her a twirl. Look, we got volunteers.
Oh my god, look at that. Oh yeah, this is it, bro. Speaking of javelins,
Just like old times.
oh, axe who, bro? Axe who? Are you making a request, Valkyrie, for something I'm going to put forward when I'm king of the world? Is that what you're saying? Callie, stream schedule right now is actually... Hold on, what's the time now? So the scheduled time was 25 minutes ago. So whatever that o'clock is for you is the actual scheduled time. Right now, I have been streaming an hour earlier for 2 hours instead of the scheduled time for 1 hour. Just because I've got time free. So, but I'm not going to put that in the schedule because that's kind of like if the time is available, I just stream early. So the guaranteed time is whatever the o'clock is for you 25 minutes ago. For me, that's 2 p.m. New Zealand time.
Good enough for you? It will serve.
Dead Knight, how are you? All right, what's your suggestion, Valkyrie? I'll put it forward. I'll put it through the office. You know, just because I like you though, because I won't be pulling any punches.
Now do the thing.
What thing?
There you
Oh, I see.
Yep. Guess we're doing this one boy style. Listen, I appreciate what you said back.
No, Beetle.
It's
Sorry.
good to have friends when you find out your
Clean, safe drinking water. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. And we can put all the dirty water into the air conditioners. Beetle, no request.
We all die sometime.
The US has a function. The US will no longer be a thing, Moth. The entire world is called Two-Land. You say that, Beetle. You don't have any rights when I rule the world, okay? You don't. All right, Callie, thank you for tuning in. Lovely to see you. Dion K1 King, thank you for the roses.
There's eyeball nests all over. Get your throwing arm in here.
There's a few people on my hit list, and you're one of them, Beetle. Yeah, it's about 100 Fahrenheit, that's right. You know, one thing that I feel like, is, been good for my brain is since dating my girlfriend, who's American, I've had to learn to convert American units. Nico Nasty, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. Welcome in. And I feel like it's been a good exercise. Keep my brain muscles, my brain worms worming. How do I don't know how I literally haven't changed anything, Beetle. You're the one that told me to start this Twitch, and I have left all the stuff as was when I joined, okay? So if anyone's fault, it's yours. Another reason you're on the hit list. Soul food. That sounds yum. I've never really had that. Oh, I see. That will be happening, Susan, when I rule the world, is everybody will be using the same measurement systems, but just to make it fair for everybody, I'm going to make my own. And I'm going to call it Tunits. Get it? 2 units. Tunits. That's freaking genius, bruh. So you guys will just, everybody will have to relearn everything. Just so it's fair, okay?
Gets bigger the more you take away. Is it time? Because the more removed from events you become, the larger their scope in your memory. No, that's bollocks now that I say it. Never mind.
How many stone is one tunit? 100 pebbles. Marbles, maybe. I quite like marbles as a tunit. Although something in my soul makes me want to be like 73. Although actually, my favorite number, fun fact, is 56. And something about me wants to make all tunits some derivative of 56. You know how like in Minecraft it's all based off of like binary code, so it's all on like 64, you know, like 128 or whatever. I want that, but for 56.
If you want to get out of here, listen up. Throw a spear into that thing right there.
7x8. It hits different. It's different. But do you know why I like 56? I have a whole backstory, bro. 5 plus 6 is 11. Okay? 11 is 2 ones. 1 plus 1 equals 2, baby.
What happened down there in the forge with the lady?
That's me, fool.
That's my story.
So I feel like tunits appropriately have to be all derivative of 56. Dude, this is sick. This is actually like Spartan. It really is tunits. See? I'm telling you. I'm ready. So Tunits are Merbles, Stoons, Mitter, Kilu, and Tunsius. I love it, Susan. Merbles is incredible. Merbles and Stoons. I love that. 56 Merbles, 112 Stoons. Oh, that's incredible. I love it, bro. I love it. That's actually going in there. You know what, Susan? Actually, what do you call the person who's after the deputy? Deputy president? They call them a deputy president? President in waiting? I don't like those terminologies though. I'm gonna call them, my official terminology, vice. Vice. I knew there was a word for it. Yeah. My new word for the vice, we call them a deputy prime minister. That's what I was thinking of. Oh, my controller died. That's why that happened. My equivalent of the vice president is going to just be called up next. Like, so it's just going to say, you know, like when you're watching the news and it says, you know, John Bridges, vice president, it's going to say Susan Jensen up next. I love that, bro. I love that. I'm telling you, my country is going to be incredible. My country world, my world, I should say. This throws me about game controllers. See how they've got the same, they duplicate the connections on one side, but the actual polarity is swapped. After every U, oh, that's great. That's great, Moose. Every U in this world has a macron over it. I love it. I love it. Oh, I did. Sorry, Susan. I did say yen, didn't I?
Where am I going? Over here? Over there?
Alright, where was I? Yeah, so every U has a macron, genius. Every yesin has a yen. That's my new, I've changed it. I make the rules around here, Susan. So I'm changing your last name. Dude, I love the spear. The spear is great. I'm not from Australia, Batman. I'm from New Zealand. Bash! How are you? Have you been in here the whole time? Am I tripping? Stearns and Merbles is the best thing I've read all day. I love that.
I see a shorter path.
Wow, Tupid. Wow. Wow. And your rights have been revoked.
Well, thank you kindly, Brock.
I only hope Sindri's in one piece by the time Brock's done with him. The ice beneath those two is thin enough under the best of circumstances.
Where is everyone?
I do not. Oh, you asked the Stone Question Bash. I got you. Oh gosh, Moose, best of luck. I'm about to wrap up the stream right now anyway after this cutscene. It's getting too hot in my room. It's that time of year and I need to get my fan out of the cupboard. I've thoroughly enjoyed today's stream though. I like this idea of ruling the world. I feel like I'd make a good dictator. What do you think? Clip that. See, doesn't that look great, Moth? Wait, Susan, your last name used to be... Wait, really?
Arguable. Run along now.
Isn't that strange? Or is that like a language thing? I'd be so good, Beetle. You know? Like, me being bad as being a dictator is me being good. Because all dictators are bad. You see where I'm going with this? So I, in fact, would be the greatest dictator that there ever was.
You don't really want war.
It's written in the stars, bro. It's happening. You better hope this world heals itself.
Hands on your
son's hands. I want peace as much as you do. Perhaps we can find it together.
He's lying.
I agree though, Moth. Public transport nationwide is on your side.
He's everything I expected. So clever.
No passports?
You sure he's yours? A kid. You really
No airport security.
very
How's that? How's that? I feel like people would like that one.
peace in our age to
Look,
break
if you die,
from all this fate and
you know,
prophecy.
I'm going to remove the, like,
You may not have metaphor in your home.
I'm going to get rid of the fear of
Rather,
death.
did they?
You know,
I'm sorry, that's not fair. I know you're not the guy.
that's going to be my, that's going to be like my one, like, dictator move. Is like, you're no longer allowed to be afraid of death.
Turn my son, or you may meet the god I once was.
And what kind of God?
No cilantro. Gone. Out. I'll write that down, Bash. That's a great idea. There's lots I could do.
Of godhood.
That's right, Moose.
Lifetime,
See?
has anyone
That's right.
Ever worshipped you?
All right, see you later, Beetle.
To you? Can you even
Raw.
imagine
Oh,
that
I see.
kind
No.
of love?
I love this image of you being there, Moose, like this.
You don't care about anything beyond yourself.
Trying to empty the shampoo bottle into a suitcase.
Without cause. You fear what you can never even hope to understand.
Odin could learn a thing or two from me about leadership.
I wonder that your boy is in no rush to come back to you.
Don't listen to him, brother. He's just trying to get in your head.
Okay.
Superior bastard.
And that, everybody, is a wrap on today's stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. Been a pleasure. Been a pleasure. I've enjoyed today's stream. That was fun. Wednesday, same time, same place. Here tomorrow. Hopefully see you there. Hit follow if you aren't already over on TikTok so that you don't miss out. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you very much for the gifts. We smashed the goal today. Shout out A Little Wandering. Until next time.